I don't know how to start this. I feel a little anxious and nervous because I've never done this. Like literally my first time doing a one-on-one, sitting down and chatting with you guys. So bear with me. I'm a little bit shy doing this. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, and if you're new, hello, my name is Jackie, aka Minjax. As you can read by the YouTube title, yes, I'm finally going to be telling my story on how I lost my arms. So yes, story time on how I lost my arms, because I was not born like this. I do always say, if I cry, I'm sorry. Well, not sorry, but like, I get a little emotional. I mean, it's my story. I will cry. Last night I did write a script because I really wanted to make sure I got every detail in my story so I can tell it as accurate as I can from my parents' perspective. So if I keep looking here, or I think I'm gonna keep my laptop over there, so if I keep looking over there, it's because I want to make sure I'm like on track, because I'm not really good at talking or explaining, so that's why I have this. I know a lot of people waited for the story times, especially my supporters over on TikTok. You guys waited for almost 2-3 years. I forgot how long I was on TikTok, and the reason is because I was scared, because it is such a heavy story to tell. Not to mention I didn't know my full story till 2 days ago, so it's still kind of fresh. A lot of my supporters over on TikTok, I know you guys told me that, oh, take your time to process it, you don't have to film it, you don't have to upload it anytime soon, just take your time, you know, like put me first, put my mental health first and all of that. And see, I was gonna do that, I'm not gonna lie, I was gonna do that, but knowing me, it's gonna take me years and years to process this, because even now, like the way I am before knowing my entire full story, I'm still trying to like accept myself in a way. So, and what it's been what 22 years, so now that I know my entire full story, it's gonna take a long time, and there probably will be no video if I, you know, take the time to process everything. I know I don't owe anyone my story, but I do want to share my story and see if I can like inspire people, motivate people, or like touch people's heart, because even it touched my heart and it's me. Or it's if you're just chismosa, because hey, I'm chismosa too, and like, you know, we just want to know the tea. Please listen to my story, watch the full video. I know a lot of people attention span kind of sucks, and I don't know how long this video is going to be, so I'm so sorry if it's longer, but please listen to my story. Please be respectful. Any disrespectful comments about my story or my parents, it will get deleted. I will say this, I do not blame my parents. Again, I don't blame my parents on what happened to me. So please be kind, please be mindful with your words and your comments. And yeah, so let's get to the story. It all started back in my home country, Guatemala. So yes, I was born in Guatemala, and I did lose both of my arms in Guatemala. I was 3 years old when this happened to me. So on the day of the accident, I was in my dad's house, and my mom had to go get manteca with my big sister, and my big sister was 5 years old, so my mom took her because she can help her more than me since I was only 3 years old. Keep in mind, this is my home country, and this is the normal for us, the way we grew up, the way we get money. This is how my mom earned money, so please keep that in mind. This was the normal, whether you agree with it or not. So first thing first, I'm gonna explain how the house looks like, so you guys can have a vision on how it looks like while I explain the story. Don't worry guys, I have a video which I will insert and show you guys, because my sister went back to Guatemala last year, and I told her when she visits the house, make sure you get the video, because I really want to see how our house looks like, and the stairs I went up and the roof I was in and where I lost my arms. I got y'all, don't worry. Our house was small and it just looked poor. That's the best way I could describe our house. Our house was attached to my uncle's house as well, so our side is on the left side and his side is on the right side, so our house is like together but like split, you know. We have 2 floors. The second floor was the roof, so to get to the roof you just gotta walk up the stairs and open the door and you're on the roof. And keep in mind, the door that we had, it was not as sturdy as like we have right now. Well, I was gonna say this example, but like this door is broken. I guess you could say something like that, like your door is easy to push in. Please keep in mind that our house is poor. I feel like I cannot stress enough, like I just want you guys to understand before you guys ask questions like why was the door not locked, da, da, da. Like when I tell you our door was like really poor, It was poor. Since our houses are attached with my uncle, we have like the same roof, but there was a wall in between, so it can split from my dad's roof to my uncle's roof. I explained the house very well. I'm not sure if I did, but now back onto the story. So what we are guessing what happened is when I was home, I got curious and I guess I was bored. I went Dora the exploring Dora. You know how Dora like just locks and go exploring? Yeah, I did that. I decided to go up the stairs and I basically pushed the door open. Like I said, it's easy to open the door. So when I opened the door, I was already on the roof. I saw something that caught my attention and I don't know how to say the word. I'm gonna insert what my dad said and I don't know if what I'm gonna say in English that's the correct translation. Someone correct me if I'm wrong, but what my sisters say, I think it is called a metal rod. I think that's the name.
Aquí están los hierros que dice tu mamá. Estos son para...
Here's a picture that will show you how it looks, and I did circle it where it is so you guys can have an idea. If you guys know what the name is, let me know because I don't know the name of that. Those were the metal rods that got my attention. I walked towards it and what I'm guessing is I grabbed on it with both of my hands and I was basically playing tug of war with it. Like your girl was playing tug of war with metal rods. Yeah, so I was just playing with it, but what I didn't know, because it was tall, the metal rod was tall and it was really tall to the point where you know the power line. So yes, the power line was practically next to it. I guess what happened is when I kept playing with the rod and the power line was practically touching the rod, it generated electricity and it sent it to the rod, which electrocuted both of my arms and it burned my arms. Also, it flew me over to my uncle's roof. So yes, that was how strong the electricity was and how I got electrocuted to the point where I flew over to my uncle's house. I went from my roof to my uncle's roof. And keep in mind they're attached, but there was a wall in between. And the roof is not soft, it's concrete. So my body flew over and landed on concrete floor. By miracle, like when I tell you by miracle, someone literally was walking past when and saw it happened. Like literally, it's insane to think about that someone was just walking past. Like imagine walking past and then next you know you see a little girl flying over and you're like, what the fuck? So yes, obviously that person ran towards my uncle and told whoever was there and was like, I think an accident just happened. And I know all of you guys who are watching are probably asking yourself like, if your mom wasn't there, who was there watching you? Where was the person? Like, and I'm pretty sure you guys want to blame them, like, is there about who didn't watch you? Well, I will say this, I'm not gonna tell y'all who was the person who watched me, but also I will say this, anyone who's a parent, specifically to parents or anyone who like watches kids or babysits kids, you know how kids are. They're like really sneaky and really fast. Like you can look at them 24/7, but God forbid you do something real fast, like go to the bathroom, get a snack, or like just do something real fast, the kid can bolt. Kids are sneaky, they're really fast, and that was me. That's what happened to me and my accident happened. But now I'm going to tell you my mom's perspective. When I tell you my mom's perspective, I will be reading out of the script I wrote only because I know I will not be able to basically say what I want to say correctly without probably crying or without like forgetting things. So I apologize if I'm reading script. I generally cannot like say the words like without not looking at it because I will forget things and it's just kind of hard. So please understand. So when my mom went to go get manteca, it was about 30 minutes or more drive over there. So when she went with my big sister, she went there and it was like 30 minutes or plus more, I don't know how long, to come back to our house. When she came back with it, when my mom came back with the manteca, my mom suddenly felt her heart dropped and knew something happened to me. So my mom's intuition, so she basically had an intuition that something bad happened to me while coming back from the car ride. She said when she was close to our house but a little bit far away, she saw a lot of people surrounding my home and our house. Like from far away, she saw that our door was also open as well. She felt like her soul left her body. And my mom said that the driver who was driving her back to our house was talking to my mom, but she don't remember what they were talking about because she was just out of it and she wasn't paying attention. And she said it was like she wasn't in her body anymore. Like she felt like she just couldn't hear anything anymore. Like she just knew something bad happened to me. When she got to our house, there was more people around my house, and like I said, the door was open. The first person who came out was my grandma and also this lady called Maria, who's I guess our vecino, but our neighbor. My mom then entered the house, and first thing she saw was me laying in the bed, and then my grandma came up to my mom and slapped her face 3 times. So yes, she lashed out. My grandma lashed out on my mom and blamed my mom. You know, people would say, what about the person who was supposed to watch you? They didn't care about that person. They only wanted to blame my mom because she was my mom. And people were around my mom, and my mom was basically like literally my mom said she was just alone. It was mostly my dad's side. So like I said, it was in my dad's house, so majority of my family were my dad and also our neighbors. And my mom didn't have any family members because her family members lived a little bit farther than we did. So yeah, then the driver that dropped my mom off came in the house and saw me and told my mom, let's take her to the hospital. And I know you'll ask why they didn't take you to the hospital earlier after what happened to me. I don't know. I talked about it with my big sister yesterday too. Me and her were like, why didn't they take me to the hospital after my accident happened? Or when the person saw me, why didn't they take me to the hospital? I don't know, guys. I can't answer you that, and I know you guys are gonna be like, ask your parents. They don't know. Like we just don't know. Okay, we don't know. So the driver did us a favor and drove me and my mom to the hospital. My mom said that I suffered a lot, like in so much pain. So what I'm assuming is I was awake. I thought all this time I thought I was knocked out. I even said it on my live before. I thought I was knocked out. You know, my mom told me that you were awake and you were suffering. I was suffering awake. And imagine how much pain I was in, because I genuinely don't remember anything. I don't remember anything. Like, I don't have no memory of anything, of the pain. So to hear my mom say that I was in extreme pain, she was so shocked how strong and resilient I was to handle all of that. And I was only 3 years old. Once we got to the hospital, they basically didn't do anything. Please understand, every country is different, and for mine, if you didn't have the money, you'll basically not get treated. So it was more like a general hospital that didn't really attend patient, is how my mom phrased it. I don't know how many days I was in the hospital, to be honest. I don't know. My mom doesn't remember how many days I stayed at hospital. Then a private doctor came to us. I want to assume, since like I said, there were so many people at our house, there was a person at my house that knew the private doctor, and I'm guessing they told the private doctor about me. So the private doctor went to the hospital and tried to get me. The private doctor took me out of the hospital and took me to his own, like, I guess clinic. I don't know how to say the word. I'll insert what my dad said, but I want to say it's his place where he like helps people, but like it's very, very expensive.
Fuimos a un lugar que se llama Salcaja, un lugar que se llama Salcaja. Salcaja.
It wasn't easy to take me out of the hospital. Like, the hospital did not want to release me. And my thing is like, why am I gonna stay in the hospital suffering? I was literally in a bed suffering. No one would basically attending me. Meanwhile, this doctor wants to do something. Is seeing me suffering, wants to help. So the hospital took, like, they were stubborn. They didn't want to let me go, but for somehow the doctor made it work and got me out of the hospital and took me to his place, his clinic, or whatever it's called. So when I got in the car, my mom also remembered that she needs to inform her family, because I was basically with my family, well, my dad's side of the family. Meanwhile, my mom was alone in all of this. So she went to go get her brother who lived in Shella. So when I was in the car, my mom left me with the doctor and my mom ran to go get her brother in Shella. So when she was running, the people saw her, and I can imagine she looked distraught. So my mom was bolting, but she was also crying, and she looked like she was just a mess. And there were some people that stopped my mom and was like, are you okay, like what's wrong? And a lot of people thought were like, did you just get robbed? And my mom was just like, no, I need to go. So my mom like just left them behind and started running. Mom said that people looked at her like she was crazy. Got there, her brother wasn't there, but his wife was. And his wife was like, what happened? And my mom filled her in on what happened. So she decided to come back with my mom. So that's my mom's support system. And they came back to where I was, where the place was, the doctor's place. And before coming back, the wife gave my mom a drink. I don't know the English word, I don't know what's it called, but it's what we take. Even I sometimes take it. It's a drink that we take to calm ourselves down from something traumatic that happens, and it usually calms us down. But my mom said when she drank that, she felt nothing. Like that didn't help her at all. They got to the doctor's place. My mom said the doctor was talking to someone. She doesn't know who, she can't remember who, but there was someone else repeating the same message to my mom, because I guess my mom just could not, like, she just wasn't in her mental state. The doctor told my mom, prepare yourself, this isn't easy. Then the doctor led my mom to the room I was in, and she saw me laying down in bed, and the doctor said, go touch her arm. This is where I kind of get confused on how my mom and my dad were telling the story, because they kind of interrupted each other. It was just everywhere, but my hand was already amputated when my mom got there. So I guess they amputated immediately because how bad my arms were. Because remember when I said I was in the hospital, my hand already turned black. So both of my hands were black. So when I got to the doctor, he amputated them immediately. That's what I'm assuming, how my parents explained it to me. He then said he will have to wait 2 or 3 days to observe my hands, and if the temperature of my hand goes to normal, then I'll be fine. But if the temperature keeps rising, then they're gonna see what they're gonna do. I don't know if it was the 3rd day or what, so days passed. I don't know how many, my mom don't remember, but the burn was slowly going up in my arms. So after the observation, it was not getting better. Literally my arm, the temperature was rising, and it was basically burning my arms. Like my arms were like, it was slowly going all the way up and burning in here. It was urgent that we amputated them. My mom does not remember her reaction or what she said, but all she knows, it felt like she was in her body anymore. The doctor did say we needed to amputate them right now. I don't know what else happened, but what I'm guessing is that my mom couldn't respond. The doctor ended up calling my dad. And you guys are probably wondering, where was my dad in all of this? Like, I've been talking about my mom, but where was my dad? So my dad wasn't with us. He was already in the United States. He was working here to send money back to us. I'm guessing is a family member already called him on and told him what happened to me. So he was aware of my accident, so the doctor was calling him. The doctor talked to my dad and said we need to amputate them more because my nerves were dying since the burn was slowly going higher in both of my arms. And my dad did receive a DVD. So since I was there in a couple days, I guess he recorded it. The doctor recorded my hands, I guess, to send it to my dad. My dad got the DVD. So I didn't know this. We had the DVD. My dad had the DVD, and he saw how bad my arms were. Sadly, he lost them. He said that he lost them, and my mom was like, good thing. in a way it's a good thing, because like if we still have it and I watched it, I think my brain would just spiral. But I did wish he kind of kept it. But my dad did see how my arms were, but not the updated. So when the doctor called, my dad didn't see my updated version of my arms. That's why he was like, we need to amputate them now. But my dad did say, is there a chance that you can save even just a little bit of limbs, like just a little bit? And the doctor was like, no, we need to amputate basically the whole thing. And he was like, I need your consent, because my mom could not give consent. She was not in her right mind. So my dad was like, okay. He said, okay, I give you my consent to amputate both of my daughter's arms, because I know she's suffering. So this is the results. My dad told me, he asked the doctor, was like, can you please try to save a little? My arms were practically dead. It did cost us a lot of money that we didn't have. Like I said, we were really broke, but that doctor was dedicated to save me. And even though it was a lot of money, the people around us, the people that surrounded us, all of them, my neighbors, my family, they all chipped in and gave all that money to the doctor. So after 3 weeks of getting my whole 2 arms amputated, we came to United States. So yes, after 3 weeks of my arms getting amputated, we came to United States. I still have my bandages, and I know you guys are gonna be like, why didn't I stay till I fully recovered? Why did you leave early? You were not fully recovered. Well, it's because of my mom. She was suffering so much. People were tormenting her. Like, she told me there was this lady, like a drunk lady, that came up to her. Like, my mom can smell that she had alcohol, and told my mom, this is your fault. Look at what you did to your daughter. She's not the first person. So my mom just could not handle it. And I know I was suffering too, but my mom needed to escape. And I told her, you did the right thing. You did the right thing. Because even if we stayed there, it would cost us a lot more. And I don't know how much the people will give us more money. So my mom was like, we need to come here. Here, there's more help that people are willing to help. And it's just more safe for me than staying back in my home country. My dad was already here. Me, my big sister, my mom, we came here. And by miracle, you guys don't understand, since I was still in my bandages, like I said, I was not fully recovered. By miracle, nothing opened. Like, my stitches, all of that, nothing went wrong. My mom, when she was telling me the story, she wasn't in her right head. She was like, I didn't know how dangerous I did that to you. Like, what I did was so dangerous, it could have cost your life. And I was like, I know, it's crazy to think about. Like, I know a lot of people might judge her, and I don't want you guys to judge her. Like, you just have to put yourself in her shoes. Like, what would you do? You don't know what to do because you never thought this would happen. Girl, I was strong. Coming to America and having my bandages and all that stuff, I was resilient. I was so strong. My mom was like, how are you so strong? I'm like, I don't know. I don't know, but I am. I'm strong. I made it here safe with my mom and my sister, and nothing else happened. Like, I was fine afterwards, like, as you can see. Me and my parents were talking. I asked them, I said, what if the private doctor got to me after my accident happened? Instead of going to the hospital, if we went to the private doctor, do you think my arms could have been saved? And my mom and my dad said yes. I also didn't mention how my arms look like. I usually tell you guys how my arms look like, so I'll try my best to describe how my arms look like. So when I got electrocuted, the color of my arm was normal, but over time, because my nerves were dying, like first it was my hand, it was black, but my upper hand, like, you know, my forearm, the rest of my arm, it was slowly changing to the color purple, because I was basically neglected by the hospital. Because I stood there and didn't do anything, didn't amputate them, the nerves were slowly dying and rising up, and my arms were changing color to purple. I also left out a detail I forgot. You know how I told you when my mom first saw me when my accident happened, when she came home from getting manteca? It's hard to say. When she first saw me, she said that she saw my hand. I'll insert a picture. I'm gonna show an example from my sister's hand, but my hands were laying like that and curled up, my fingers like that. And then obviously when I went to the private doctor, obviously it was the same thing, but it was black. So imagining my arms black, it was a lot. It was a lot. Hearing those was a lot. When I heard all of this, I understand why my parents waited to tell me, because as you can see, it's still very hard to talk about. And like I said, I don't think I'll ever fully process this, because it's such a really heavy story. Even though I'm struggling a lot, I can say that I woke up, I'm breathing. I think that's really important. That's the way I like to see things, that I'm still going forward, and I hope you guys think the way I think as well. I'm pretty sure anyone who's watching this, you probably guys are going through something, no matter how big or small it is. You guys are probably like suffering as well, and I'm so sorry you're going through something difficult, but just know that you are so loved and cared. If you have no one, you have me, okay? If you have no one, you have me. Be proud of yourself that you're still here, that you're watching my video. Thank you so much for continuing to fight. It's so hard out here, and I understand. This past 2 days of my heart, you know when you had your first heartbreak and and you just feel your heart like clenching and it just feel it breaking in pieces? That's how mine's been feeling. And even just telling my story, I have to tell it again. I have to tell TikTok. Because I know some people don't really like watching YouTube, so they're like, just post it on TikTok. So I have to repeat my story. But it's fine. But still, like, just thinking it, my heart like breaks every time. But it's okay. It's okay. I'll be fine. I'm gonna say thank you to everyone who's supported me, who's been following me and subscribe to my channel on TikTok, YouTube, Twitch, Instagram, wherever you guys are supporting me. Thank you guys so much. Let's continue to grow, and let's show off to these ableist people. I'm pretty sure I have ableist haters that, you know, dislike me because I don't have arms. Yeah, it's crazy. I had people hating me because I don't have arms. Imagine being upset at a disabled person. Yeah, but thank you guys so much for all the love and support I've been getting and all the comments, and I hope you guys comment down your thoughts on my story. I really want to know what you guys think of my story. Like, I really want to know. I'm curious as well. I'll be making a Q&A video answering like the aftermath of my, like, what happened to me. I do have questions written down and they're answered, and if you guys have any questions, appropriate,
again, appropriate
questions, I will add it to the Q&A video and make sure I answer them. And that is my story on how I lost both of my arms when I was 3 years old. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Love you guys so much. Take care, okay? Be safe. I love you and I'm proud of you. Anyways, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!